G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to go through our fourth LGE run through and we're going to try to do this Universal Survival Saga only mission. So this is the team we've got going in. You will notice that I have got the Jiren as the friend support. Was unable to find a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. So that's just what we're going with, and yeah, we'll just roll with that. So this isn't how I am planning my rotations. We'll have to fix those up a bit. The plan is to have Bergamo and Kaioken Blue Goku as one rotation and the strong Kale and Tech Khalifa as another rotation. As you would have seen when the team was loaded up on the screen before, I don't have LR Kale and Khalifa unfortunately, or LR UI Goku. And as you've just seen, that is the damage that Kale can put out. That is pretty outrageous, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that's just how OP these girls are. Wow, I didn't expect that to go down like that. I probably wouldn't have. I guess it doesn't matter having her in that first slot because we didn't have another unit to stack attack there, but we do really want to get the most out of our stacking really early on. So we put Tech Kale off rotation just because we do want her to be pairing up with, Tech Khalifa off rotation because we want her to be pairing off with that strong Kale that we had in that first rotation. But still, hopefully we get a couple additionals off here and we stack up a bit of that attack and defense. Nope. Okay, so now we got to float off the Blue Kaioken Goku. Hopefully we don't get the crits with Kale. First time ever that I'll be hoping that I don't get crits, but would like to get at least some type of stacking early on with Kaioken Goku. Please, please no more crits. They're so OP. These two girls, the Tech Khalifa and Strong Kale. It's actually crazy if you're able to do an event to have them together. But we got the crit there, and now we're going to finish him. So look, while it's always good to finish him off early, that's not our ideal situation. But anyways, here's what it is. So we'll keep going. Yeah, we'll float the Jiren off, and then next rotation with Bergamo we'll have Goku next to him. So that'll be our rotation set, and we'll be good to start stacking properly. Remembering that Bergamo's passive, you need him to get hit for his defense and attack to be raised. Gets up to a maximum boost of 300%. So as early on in the event as you can, you got to get hits on him. And by the end of the event, he's a beast. It's actually crazy. So there we go. Jiren we got all the additionals and all the crits popping off at the moment. This makes me worry for the rest of the video. But anyways, so here we go. We've got our rotations locked and loaded now. So good things to come. We'll just take that and we'll leave those orbs there for Bergamo if we need them. See, that 100% dodge against Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyan enemies is crazy ability. Like, you think how many missions don't have Pure Saiyans as the enemy, and yeah, it just makes that Khalifa so versatile. She take her into SBR, you take her into Easy A's, like, just gives so much value to any team, and I feel like she'd be 100% necessary when taking on Extreme Tech. On Extreme Battle Road with Super Tech, sorry. So please no more crits, because we need to get some stacking here with Goku. We've got the two attacks beforehand, so this is where it gets a bit more difficult, but what we can do is because we want Bergamo getting attacked, we want him stacking that building his passive up So what we do is send him in, have him get hit. Perfect for us. No super, because we want Goku to live, and we didn't get an additional, so that's perfect. And here's where we get Goku to start stacking his attack. So there we go. Well, dang. Was sort of hoping for an additional there. I thought we would have got the finish, but I guess that's what happens when it's his first attack. So there we go. We just got the finish there. That AGL Khalifa is really good when she gets her Easy A. I was pretty disappointed that Easy A didn't come with the Kefla banner, as nearly everyone was expecting that it would, but it didn't, so I guess we're just going to have to keep waiting on that one. If you noticed at the start of the team, my 3 Universe 6 girls are all rainbowed, so once that Easy A comes out, it'll be a very, very tidy team. Wish I had got Kefla from her banner. Unfortunately, didn't pull her, but in saying that, I didn't go in too deep just because I knew download celebration was coming up and we'd want to keep those stones handy for that. So, but you never know, when she comes back, might end up with a copy and would have a pretty dangerous Peppy Girls team. But here's that dodging continuing to be OP as hell. Yeah, it just secures the fact that you're not going to take any damage when she's on rotation. So we've got the Blue Evo transformation. I feel like this is pretty early. Usually he doesn't transform till later on for me, but look, I'm not complaining. So we'll take that. What we'll do is we'll use those 3 so that we can still set up those AGL orbs on the right hand side for Vegeta. Would have been nice to have Begamo get super attacked, because if Goku gets super attacked, that it's going to sting because his defense isn't too crash hot. But you've got him in here for that attack stat. It would be nice if I had better Universe 7 units, because with that you can activate his Spirit Bomb. And so if you build up his attack all the way to that final MUI stage, activate that Spirit Bomb, and you can all but take him out in the one go. It's pretty OP. So let's see. And a dodge. I don't think I had any dodge. Grab those. Also making sure not to activate our Dokkan attack here, because it'd just be a waste. Tech Khalifa will get the finish here, probably. Probably won't now that I've said it. I've probably jinxed it, but I would assume she will get the finish here and we'll be moving on to the next stage. Yep, perfect. So when you're dealing with those 2 girls, you have to keep them on rotation together. You'd be crazy to take them off. So we're getting the Dokkan attack with Begamo, which I didn't really intend to do, but it's just the way it is. It's good. Getting off a couple more attacks on Begamo, so we're going to hopefully nearly max out that passive. See, 25k on a super from GOKU is pretty wild. I said it in every video, I'm pretty sure this GOKU can hit very hard, so to be able to tank that for 25k with no type advantage is pretty crazy. But this attack damage won't be too wild. Like, he does boost his attack up to by 300% when you max out his passive, but still not a heavy attacking unit. It's not like if we'd got the Dokkan attack off with this Goku after a couple more stacks. At this stage, he hasn't had a chance to really stack because we got those pretty wild rotations at the start where Kale just completely wiped out the first stage. But usually by now you would have liked to have had a couple of super attacks off with him, and you certainly want to get him up to, I don't know, you can certainly get him up to a multi-million. It's like a 4 or 5 million attack stat by the end of the event for sure. So with perfect lineup, a perfect attacking array in that first slot. Khalifa's going to 100% dodge up until the last stage, and as we know, if we've done the event before, the only reason she can't dodge in that last stage is because of the special condition of the event that nobody can dodge. So she's not going to take a single bit of damage up until that stage, and then by the time we get to that stage, she's stacked her attack and defense up that high that it's barely going to affect us anyway, so that doesn't become an issue. The same with this Kale. See that attack stat slowly getting up there. We're just hit 2.1 mil, and she's lowering defense. So yeah, they're crazy OP together, those girls. I hope that. Oh, it was one of the reasons why I summoned on that rapid growth banner before the download celebration, was because I needed the one extra dupe on each to rainbow them. So that was all the excuse I needed to give myself there. Could go for Beginner's Super, but what I'll do is stack the I'll stack Goku's super attack a little bit higher. So that's definitely something to consider when you're taking on these LG events, is not necessarily getting the win. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. But you got to consider who you want to get supers, who's going to be most beneficial. So getting those units to stack, and oh, there we go, perfect. That's perfect. See, his attack stats up to 2 million now. But yeah, you want to get your units that are going to stack early on. You want to pump their attacks out as fast as you can, and then when it comes to the later stages, you want to use the units that are going to hit hard for you. So we'll just hit up that, and just in preparation for next rotation, we'll do that. Got to make sure you have enough orbs for Kaioken Goku to get his super off, because you have got him there for that sole purpose of raising his attack. So it's 100% necessary that you get his super off as often as possible, because he's definitely not going to win you the game on defense. I'll tell you that much for free. But there we go. OP as hell. So this is where we need those crits from Kale. The difference in the crit and the non-crit attacks is probably going to be like 1.5 million. So still no crits, still nothing. Wow. Rainbowed with pretty much full additional, and then the rest was crit. So disappointing not to get off supers there. This is where it becomes difficult, because there's a majority of the attacks in the middle, so we are going to split. Yeah, bugger. We'll just do that. I'll grab onto that. And that, we've got to hope that Goku doesn't get supered in this first slot. He didn't. Perfect. So we'll get off another raise here. Critical would have been nice, because we're fighting against that type disadvantage. But I guess you can't win them all. So Begamo tanking like a king. He's awesome. I think mine only has one dupe in it, but I'd love to rainbow him out eventually. Haven't completed the giant form SBR, and I feel like he would be a real key player in that. Using your items like Whis, your damage reduction items like Whis, Icarus, and then getting him attacked early on could really cause some damage to the opponents and save you a hell of a lot of damage, because he's going to be tanking everything. So this one, we're not going to pop an item. It will come down to the dodging that that Super Saiyan Khalifa gives us at the end here, because as we know, we're going to take no damage on this first attack. And then second, so that strong Kale is going to be guarding against all from her passive, and her defense is pretty high as is. This is what we like to see on these rotations, getting off a bucket load of attacks. And then here we go, we're up to 2.3 with Kale. So critical, and this Goku will be in big trouble. But at the moment it looks like we can't bank on those criticals, because we haven't got one in a while. Still no luck. Wow, that's crazy. Look, I know it's all RNG, but you expect a critical in the last 8 attacks. But anyway, hopefully we get... Oh, there we go. We got the double defense raise here, so she's up to 60% now, so that's good. Now there's the critical we were talking about. I was mentioned. So we'll do that. And we won't pop an item just yet. Bergamo should get the job done here, and even if he does get supered, he's going to tank that for nothing anyways. So 1.6 million attack stats, not bad. Not sure if you guys keep up with it, but the V-Jump leaks have come out, and a new Bergamo or Dangerous Triangle is on the horizon, so that'll definitely be something to look out for. That'll be really cool. It's anything that's going to be able to be paired with this Bergamo is going to be a positive, because he's an awesome unit. If he's got a counterpart that's just as good, it'll be dangerous. Actually, might take the. I've taken the risk here. Probably should have popped an item. I'm not sure that super on Blue Evo could still hurt us. It'll be interesting to see. We do have about 130k health, I think it said. Well, here's those crits I was asking for last rotation. Hopefully she supers Kale. I mean, he supers Kale, sorry. Because we've got that guard active. So another one, as you just saw before, this UI does dodge, but it is nowhere near as regular as the next stage does. So here we go. Should wipe off with type advantage here. We should wipe off a pretty decent chunk of health. 1 million with the crit. Thought it would have been a little bit more if I'm honest. But we lowered that attack. 7k. It's not bad. But here we go. So we'll put Bergamo in that first slot, and we're going to pop a Princess Snake. I have done this event before, and you can still get absolutely smacked with Bergamo at this stage. That type advantage does really hurt you, and if he gets supered, he tanks the normals fine, but it's these supers that can really hurt you, i.e. So that was 112k with a Princess Snake active, so that's 30% damage reduction. So was lucky that I sort of saw that coming. This UI is dodging crazily. Where he never dodges this much. Wow, this is weird. Really, really weird. Like, you do expect him to dodge on the odd occasion, but nothing like this. But anyway, we'll continue on. See this? We're gonna have to pop an Android 8. This is where it can really suck, because there's no chance that you want to split your rotation here. And you would be crazy to split this rotation. You can't split the girls up, but they've loaded heavily on that back end, so puts you in a bit of a difficult position, because you don't want Jiren getting hit with 5-6 attacks, but then you also don't want to split these rotations. So it's sort of, what's the lesser of the evils? Probably could have activated a Whis or a Icarus as well, just to have played it safe, but gone the risky move, and we'll see if it pays off. Hopefully we get criticals in here somewhere, and we get close to really finishing off this UI. Come on, give me one critical at least, please. Yeah, please. Not today. Anyways, so we're hoping that we don't cop a big super here. So 126, that's good. Geez, if he doesn't super, that'll be even better. Yep, perfect. So again, we're going to run the risk of... I think we'll run the risk of not having an item. Hopefully Bergamo just takes it like a man. And as long as we survive out that first turn, Goku's not going to get attacked, and Vegeta's will finish him off anyway. So there's that 140k with that full passive active. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot of damage. This dodging is starting to send me mental. Lucky I'm not going for a speed run here because he's dodged so much more than usual. It's wild. No additionals. My GOKU is at 79% with full additionals, but not today, I guess. And there we go. So on to the final stage, the big bad man. So we'll slide Kale into that first slot. Get off. Look at that healing. That's crazy. Let's just have a quick look at that defensive stat. 602k defense. 602k. Yeah, that's crazy. You can see why people would suggest going more crit than going full additional, because she just stacks that defense so high so quickly. You just saw her get supered with no items active for 60 damage from MUI. Alright, that's crazy. If these, I can only imagine if I had LR, Kale and Khalifa, which I've tried to summon for, tried to draw many a time, but if I had them and LR UI, this would be the easiest event. It would be what we say in Australia, money for jam, because these two girls on one rotation, if you had LR UI and LR Kale and Khalifa on the other rotation, you'd destroy this event. But here we go. So we'll guard against everything here. The only worrying thing is that Khalifa in that third slot, but we got the a good attack rotation with only one enemy attack on there, so we'll take the one hit and that'll be it. So that's alright. It'll probably be upwards of 60k if I'm honest, unless she can get a double stack off for us. No, there we go, 94k. Was about as expected. Heavy hits on GOKU here, so we're just going to pop a Whis straight away. No point risking it, so we'll just go for that, into that. And Jiren's super attack's pretty irrelevant. More of an SBR unit, Jiren, because you're going to want to get off those stuns. Would have been nice to have gotten Begamo's super off, because he does have that type advantage, but I would rather get the attack off with GOKU. There's Begamo doing what we've got him here for, that type advantage. We've got the Whis active, but even with just that type advantage, he would have tanked very well. GOKU and Jiren, however, wouldn't have tanked this well without the Whis, so I can guarantee you that. But that's the power of items, and you shouldn't be scared to use items in events like this. Especially LGE, you're just trying to get those rewards, get in and get out. There's no real reward in no item it. And look, a lot of these events are going to be grind outs like this, depending on the units you've got. It's not every category can be the Kamehameha and have a million units that are going to hit like crazy and you finish it in 12. Well, 12's a bit of an exaggeration, but you know, like 15 minutes, 14, 15 minutes. So you just got to grind them out. Rely on, well, not rely on, but trust your stacking units. This is crazy. The last stage of the last UI stage dodged a million times more than this is. And classic that as I've brought it up, they haven't dodged at all. So this will be more interesting to see. Whis active, defense is high, but type disadvantage. That's once I thought about the Whis being active, it sort of eradicated any thoughts of a big hit occurring. But before that, it would have been interesting to see, because I think Khalifa's defense was about maybe 350, 400k. So here we go. A lot of those attacks in the first slot. I really do want to get that Begamo super off. But then we're not going to get off the super with Goku, so that's a bit depressing. So you'll see I did pop another Icarus just because there is... Actually, we might die here. In that last slot, it looks like 3 or 4 attacks. If Cauliflower doesn't get off multiple supers, we could be finished. Because last time she got hit for 94k, I think it was. So 4 supers could finish us. Oh, no. And I think there is 4 attacks there. Oh no. Oh, maybe I didn't have an item active last time. Thank God for that. Oh, that had me that had me pretty worried. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll go that into that. And then we'll just pop Android 8. Thanks for coming. And we'll just use that. So then we've got a ton of Fizz orbs there for Bergamo next rotation. So that'll be good. We'll be able to sort him out with those and finally get off a super with Bergamo against UI with that type advantage. Probably dodge it, knowing my luck. Oh, actually, based on crits and dodging, we could very easily get this done this attack. Yeah, there we go. Item was unnecessary. There it is. The Universal Survival Saga run finished. So, hope you guys find this video useful. Let me know on Twitter or in the comments how you guys went with the event, what type of teams you took. I will link my Twitter down below as I always do, so feel free to jump on, give me a follow there. Trying to be really interactive there, so hit me up if you need help with anything. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'll be continuing to pump out these runs and hope to catch you all on the next video.